What's up, everyone? Wholesale Sharks is live in the Dispo Sharks studio. My name is Annette. I'm the relationship manager here, and today we have a very special guest, Yulie Hernandez with Lions Real Estate Solutions. What's up?
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. I appreciate it.
I'm so excited to have you because we work pretty much on the day-to-day. Like, we're hitting each other up. Every single day we're calling each other like, hey, I have something new. You have something for me. I have something for you. And we've actually done deals together.
A couple, actually.
A couple, yeah. Multiple. So I think that's incredible. And you definitely deserve to be here. I'm happy to have you and definitely showcase you. So let's just jump right in. Who you are and what you do.
Okay, so like you said, I'm Yulie Hernandez. I work with Lions Real Estate Solutions. We do a little bit of everything within the company. Can you hear me fine? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We do a couple of flips. We also wholesale, obviously. We have some rentals here and there. You know, we dispo. We do literally everything. So, yeah.
Well, it seems like you're almost like running the show. I know, like, every time we talk, you're like, I'm doing this. I'm like TC work. And then now you're doing dispo. You're like running that.
Yeah, I was actually kind of TC/dispo at first before we got, I guess, a little bit bigger within the company. Yeah. We started to get more deals, so we had to get like a, assigned TC to only take care of TC things. Right. Because I couldn't because I was doing acquisitions, dispo, and TC all at once. So yeah, that was kind of hectic, but we made it work. Yeah. But now we have a TC, and now I'm only full-time dispo. I do some acquisitions here and there when they come through and they make sense. But now we also have another dispo, Luce.
Shout out Luce. She's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty great. She's only been with us for a couple of weeks, and she actually already closed 2 deals.
That's amazing. So, incredible.
Yeah, props to her.
Heck yeah. Well, that's cool, right? Because like as your company is growing and as you guys are growing as a team, you guys start falling into like different places within the company, and now it seems like you're really dominating in the dispo space.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we were cold calling, right? And now Juan, which is our CEO, he has not only Lions Real Estate Solutions, he has a couple other LLCs, and he just got his realtor's license. So he's everywhere, So it's crazy to see that come up. Yeah.
So I want to hear a little bit about you and where you come from and what you were like doing prior to real estate and in the space of like dispo now.
Okay. So I was actually born and raised in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
Hey, shout out.
I came over here when I was around like 9 or 10. So I was there for, like half of my life. And then fast forward to, job-wise, I was actually a assistant general manager at IHOP.
That's amazing.
Yeah, which is actually where we kind of met all of our team. Yeah. So Juan was a general manager at an IHOP, and so was his brother, Mario, which is the co-owner of the company. Right. And Yvette, which is our TC, she was Mario's assistant, and I was Yvette's assistant. Yeah. So then Juan left first to open up his own restaurant, which you guys had been to previously. Which was
amazing, by the way. I loved it. Like, literally, the pancakes there was the shit.
Yeah, and him and his parents ran it, which was crazy. Yeah. So then after he did his first flip, he refinanced his house, got, couple of dollars. He refinanced his house, and he invested in his first flip. Yeah. And then obviously he did one after another, and then he called up his brother and he's like, you know what, I think it's time for you to leave IHOP. So when I heard the news that Mario was leaving IHOP, I was like, no way. Because they had been there forever. Yeah. So he left, and then I got a call because I was actually about to demote myself back to whatever I was doing before, because I wanted to get my license as an agent. And I had the school figured out. I literally just needed to make the payment and like enroll myself. Right. But then I got that call, and it was like, put your 2-week notice. You're coming with. And I was like, oh shit, okay. So then after I left, Yvette left. I want to say like a month after, and she was actually our first cold caller.
No way. Yeah. She just jumped right in it.
Yeah, and I was TC. And dispo and acquisitions for a little bit. Yeah. And we closed the restaurant down. I want to say like a month after me and Yvette came on board, and we were working from the back office of the restaurant in an empty restaurant.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I remember we had like plastic tables, like the white tables that you use for like parties and stuff. And it's crazy. And to see us now here, we have an office on.
And it's really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. I know that you have somewhat to do with like decorations and decor because it has like a woman's touch. It's like so aesthetic and everything.
Yeah.
Like that.
We actually added our accent wall that we put in all of our flips. But as far as like the outside decoration, you know, like Juan added his little touch with the couch, but like the desk is mine and like the entry, like lion stuff and everything. You know, we put a little bit of everybody's touch into it. Like Yvette is really big into plants. So we put a bunch of plants everywhere. So yeah,
I think it's really incredible to hear your story of where you come from, right? A general manager to like having just this idea that now flourished into literally you guys have an entire office space where you're kind of all adding your little flavor in there and you're like legitimately a team.
Yeah.
And you're really making it happen.
And I wouldn't even consider us a team, honestly. We're family. And I've said it to them multiple times. They're like the older brothers that I never had.
Yeah.
You know, and I love them to death. Like Juan and Mario, my hat's off to them, honestly.
Right. Yeah, and they're incredible individuals. So you guys, like, as a collective group, really make it happen. And the hustle is so real.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has, you know, their ups and downs. Sometimes, you know, we clash, you know, bump heads and stuff. Yeah. But we make it work. Right. You know, it's all about communication and having those, you know, uncomfortable conversations to make, you know, things happen.
Yeah. And your story, I mean, where you come from and the difficulties of that, like what has motivated you, especially in this space where it requires so much dedication? I know recently you got your citizenship.
Yes.
So congratulations. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. It's been a tough journey because obviously I came when I was like 10. So you know, bullying was like a big thing because like, you know, kids are mean.
Kids are freaking mean.
Yeah. So, I mean, I didn't fluently speak English until I was like in 6th or 7th grade. Like I was already a teenager, but I still had my really strong accent. So when I got to high school, that's when it got really bad because my accent was still kind of there. And people are mean. Yeah. So I had to take time to, I guess that's kind of where the hustle started because I had to like go out of my way to like read more books and, you know, do my own like English courses to, you know, perfect my vocab and the way that I speak. Because I wanted to, you know, within my family, they're all business people. So I was like, eventually, I want to have my own something. Yeah. And I want to make sure that I know what I'm talking about. Right. So that's kind of where it all started.
That's amazing. And how old are you, by the way?
I'm 19. I'm turning 20 in June.
Oh my gosh. And to like our live viewers, like I am so inspired by that because at 19, I was in nothing but trouble, had no motivation to like have like this type of success or even mindset, right? So I think you're on a path that's going to take you to levels of like so much success and like really, really make it in the industry, especially with kind of what you've already achieved. Like it's incredible.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I guess it's just been kind of that thing where my family, lucky for me, have always told me like hustle no matter what. Like if a human has done it, it's possible. Like and you're capable. Somebody has been to the moon, like what's next? You know, like don't limit yourself to just, you know, go into the sky if you can go to the moon. Right. You know, like if somebody has done it, you can do it. So I guess that's kind of where my mentality's at. If somebody else has done it, I can do it.
Yeah, 100%. So being 19, I mean, I know that, well, I'm curious, how do you like balance your social life? Do you, with work, because we both know how demanding this is. And then you even earlier offset, you were like, we've been leaving the office so late. So kind of how are you balancing that or managing, you know, having like a social life and really accelerating in the business?
It's definitely hard. Yeah. Super hard. And I was actually talking to Luce about this not too long ago, how what I've been trying to do is put myself in a position where, yes, I'm working and yes, I'm being successful, but I need to find a couple hours, whether it's of the week or of the day, where I need my me time. Yeah. You know, I have 5 pets. They need me. Right. So it's like not only do I have to be here for the company, but I need to be there for, you know, my pets, but I have to be there for myself. Like, you will not succeed if you don't take that time to, you know, do some self-reflection, to meditate, to appreciate yourself.
Right.
And I mean, as far as social life goes,
you're like, what social life? Crickets. Crickets.
I'm like 5.0, the event.
No, literally.
I that's kind of my social life at the moment. If I'm not with family, I'm at networking events. So that's as far as my social life goes.
You know what's, like, we laugh about it, right? Because it's usually frowned upon, like, oh my God, you don't have a social life. But I think where you're at right now is you're in such a grind and a focus that
I don't need it.
You don't need it, right? And then, like, your immediate circle is what motivates you. You have close friends and family that you consider. So it's like, that's kind of your social life. And
I think what does it more for me is that a lot of people in this industry, at least now, are younger.
Yeah.
So that they're in their 20s or whatever. So it makes it really easy for me to build relationships and friendships, but still make money.
Yeah.
You know, 100%. at the same time. So,
well, in my opinion, that's the kind of friends I want anyways.
Yeah, like, right? I wouldn't want people in my circle that don't want the same kind of success that I do. Whether it's in real estate or whether it's, you know, doing something else, as long as it's legal.
As long as it's
I don't care what you do, as long as you have that grind and you have that drive and that hustle in you.
Like, let's be homies.
I know, let's be homies.
Let's be homies. Yulie, so what was it like getting your first deal? And when was that? What is the timeline on that? Because you've been doing, well, you, like you said, you were the TC and now you're full-time Dispo, but where were you when you kind of closed your first deal you were a part of?
Actually, the first deal that I closed was with you. It was.
Stop! I'm so honored. I don't know. Did I know that?
I don't think so. No, I don't think I told you.
This is so special.
Yeah, and I cried a little.
This is incredible. Okay, let's dive into it. What the heck?
So it was Moreland. I don't know if you remember.
I remember.
Yeah. That was my first deal, and that actually. I guess I missed this in the part of the story. After we closed the restaurant down, we sold it, right? Or Juan sold it.
Yeah.
So we were working from his parents' house dining table.
That's the real hustle. I'm going to say right now, that is the real freaking hustle.
We were at his parents' house every day, every morning, every night. We were basically living there. And I remember, obviously, it's a dining table, so there was like a couple chairs.
Yeah.
And I sat next to Juan. And I was running like the blasts at the time. But we brought it up as a conversation. He's like, hey, like, don't you think like you and Annette will click? And I was like,
shut up.
I was like, yeah. But it was intimidating for me because, you know, like I don't know.
Like newer to the space. I mean, I guess I can see it. Yeah, I've been in those shoes.
And I guess I just kind of took the jump. Yeah. And I DM'd Ramon and I was like, hey.
Hi.
I was like, hi. I work with Juan. I know you know him. I have a deal. And then he made that group chat with you and I, and it sold. And I remember we were on the phone and I came back in and I told him, I was like, it's sold. And it was kind of like that cricket moment, but then we all were like, you know.
Yeah, because it's almost as if like it's like too good to be true, right?
Yeah.
Because I kind of had that same reaction with mine. I was like, wait, are you sure? Because even before that, I had like a few deals fall through. And it was like so heartbreaking. So then you learn, you're like, okay, don't get too excited until it's got all the way through. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Yulie, I'm so honored. I'm all about to cry. Yeah. No, that's actually really cool. And that's amazing. So how many deals have you closed since? Because you're on a roll, girl.
Yeah,
I know
honestly,
you guys have like been closing like freaking multiple a day.
Yeah, that I couldn't tell you how many I've closed since, but we average like 5 to 7 a week.
That's amazing.
So it's crazy. And we got cold callers like from overseas.
Yeah.
So we're getting more deals like in-house.
Right.
Plus whatever, you know, like sometimes you send me deals. She has people, like Luz has people that bring in deals. Juan has people. Like we meet people at events and stuff. So deals are constantly coming in.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as closing them, we do, like I said, we do everything. So we close some of them for our flips. We close some of them to, we also help newer flippers that we know that are trying to like come up whether they're contractors for somebody else and they're trying to just kind of get their own business going, we reach out to them a lot. Yeah. So if a deal doesn't work for us necessarily, it's going to work for somebody that we know. So we're constantly closing and moving deals in and out.
Amazing. I think that's super cool. So what are some goals that you have this year for your personal self that you want to achieve that you've kind of set?
I guess for myself, by the end of this year, I want to buy my second home because I already have one.
That's incredible.
Yeah. I want to buy my second home and I guess just see my team succeed.
Yeah.
Because I've said it once and I'll say it again. What I want for myself is what I want for them.
Yeah.
And I want them to do it right next to me.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to be there whenever, you know, like for example, Mario just got a car.
That's awesome.
When Juan got his license, like I remember we were praying. Because, you know, it takes a couple times. It's not the easiest test to take.
I failed already.
Did you really?
Yeah, I failed like twice. It's really hard. Well, I also don't like schooling stuff. Yeah. I'm like, I need to freaking really buckle down and like study. But yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah, I remember I prayed for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, this man needs to get his license one way or another.
Well, let's pray to God.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. So, I mean, I just... wherever I see myself, you know, in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I just hope that the rest of my team is with me.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love like the genuine, like that you have within you and like your team and how strong you guys are. And I think that's why we all click so well and like we're able to do business because we have the same values here. Yeah. And I think it's incredible. It's amazing. And I mean, to be 19, right?
Yeah.
And have your first home. And like, I really look up to you. Me personally, I really do.
Stop.
I really do. I think you are a badass.
I'm going to cry.
It's just incredible.
Thank you.
So what do you think makes you like the best in your field, right? Like you obviously are dominating in what you're doing right now. Mm-hmm. And what do you think that you have that kind of makes you so good at it? Is it like your motivation? Is it the support you have?
I think it's a little bit of everything. Not to toot my own horn too much or anything, but I think that I'm really good at cutting out the bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, say it how it is, for real.
Because a lot of people are, actually, when I first got into real estate, everybody was kind of like, you're like 12.
They kind of like undermine you, right?
Yeah, and it's like, how are you going to leave your... Actually, I remember when I put in my 2-week notice, I heard that somebody, you know, up in the higher ranks was like, well, what are they going to do when the market crashes? I was like, wow, like really? And especially being a woman and being an immigrant, you know, like me just getting my citizenship, it was very emotional for me, you know, because everybody really had second thoughts about where I was going to be, how I was going to do it. And I think for me, it's like, I don't care. If it's an opportunity, I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
You know? And because I have that support, I have my team that's like, I don't think they've ever let me down. Right. Not once.
Yeah.
And it's constant, like, since the morning, since one of us walks in the door, okay, it's going to be a fantastic day.
It's like that positivity, right?
Yeah.
It's all about energy.
And we all have it. And as soon as, you know, one of us is down, we hype each other up. Like, hey, you know, it's okay. We'll get the next one. Like, come on. And we don't let ourselves kind of like sink, you know, when something goes wrong. We always keep going.
Yeah, I think that's incredible, man. I'm just super inspired. And I hope like the people and the viewers, because it's live right now, that are watching are just as inspired. And I'm sure that they are, because your story and where you come from and the team that you're with and the goals that you guys have will definitely lead you on a path of like just immense success. Yeah. So I'm super excited for you. And I'm beyond proud of you. I remember like when you posted that you got your citizenship, I was like so proud. I was like,
I know that text message you sent me. I remember you sent it in the morning and I woke up and it brought tears to my eyes, honestly.
A lot of people don't understand what that truly means from an immigrant to come here to be something and find success. And it takes a certain grind and hustle and like fire within you to really achieve that. Mm-hmm. And you did. Yeah. So I think that's amazing. But yeah, Yulie, it's been awesome. I want to give you this opportunity to say any last remarks for our viewers. A lot of the viewers that we have are younger and they're barely starting to get into real estate. They don't really know what to do or how to get started. is there any advice you would give to them?
I think the heaviest thing, like I've mentioned, is cut out the bullshit. Yeah. Cut out the bullshit.
True.
Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. If a human has done it, you can do it.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thank you so much for having me here.
Of course.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Where can our viewers reach you? Instagram, social medias, whatever you would like to give.
I'm Yulie Hernandez on everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely reach out to them. Like, again, they dispo, they do everything. They do flips. So, hit up Yulie. She's awesome. She's incredible and very sweet. So, no, I'm serious. So thank you again for being in the studio. And
I appreciate you guys so much having me here.
Yeah, of course. But again, guys, we have these podcasts to provide value and, share our resources with all you guys. So if there's anything that you need, hit us up on Dispo Sharks on Instagram, Facebook. Again, Yulie Hernandez on all social media platforms. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.